A recent report by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services predicts that the Medicare Trust Fund will be exhausted by 2024. What structural reforms are needed to ensure that Medicare and other important programs do not go bankrupt? We'll discuss it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum. Joining me is Representative Tim Griffin, Republican from Arkansas. Congressman, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
That's a pretty daunting statistic that I mentioned a few moments ago. 2024 bankruptcy?
Well, we're not only bankrupt as a country, we have our crushing debt, and we're running deficits of over $1.5 trillion every year. But Medicare itself is going bankrupt. And I think that the one thing we ought to be able to agree on is that we can't keep doing what we've been doing. The path that Medicare is on, like the path that our country's on generally, is an unsustainable one. And so a lot of folks ask, well, deal with the debt, but why do you have to deal with Medicare? Well, if you look at the numbers, Medicare is one of the big drivers of the debt, and part of it's for a good reason. People are living longer, which is a good thing, obviously. And so more and more people are retiring every single day. Something like 10,000 a day are moving on to the system. And so this is something that this pressure of all these new people are burdening the system, and unless we make some changes, Medicare will, in fact, go broke. So it sounds like it's the perfect storm. Not only, as you mentioned, more and more people are living longer, which is a good thing because of the advent of modern medicine, but it also appears that, quite frankly, maybe we're spending a little bit too much than what we currently have, just in general. And the question becomes that I have for you, Congressman, for the seniors out there and for the folks that are at or near retirement, they're saying, this is not my fault. I paid by the rules. I paid into the system. Don't blame me for our country's problems. Sure, sure. Well, at the end of the day, for me, it's not a matter of who's at fault. It's a matter of a problem that we're facing. And if we don't fix the problem, then everyone, the people currently on Medicare, at some point, they're going to be affected because the system can go bankrupt. And the people who aren't yet on Medicare are going to be affected because the system, as we know it, and you hear that phrase a lot, Medicare as we know it, it's going bankrupt and will not exist for the next generation. And so we have to address both the people currently on it as well as the folks who are near retirement. And we do that in our House budget.
It appears that we can only do one of two things. Either you cut benefits or you raise revenues some type of way. Raising revenue obviously meaning raising taxes. No one wants to do that. So specifically, Congressman, what is your plan? What is the Republican plan?
Sure. Well, the Republican plan that we have voted on in the House, first of all, is the only plan. Because status quo, as things exist, is not a plan. That leads to bankruptcy. What our plan does is this. If you are 55 and over, there's no change for you. You will stay on the current Medicare plan as you have become accustomed to. If you are under 55, then you will be put in a system that is called premium support. And what that does is it's a lot like the system that members of Congress and federal employees have. The federal government will pay part of your premium, and you pay the other part of your premium to Blue Cross Blue Shield or Humana or one of the many insurance companies that participate in the plan. But it's managed by the federal government. It's not a voucher. And go ahead.
No, I'm about to say we have about 20 seconds left,
okay.
So very quickly, you're basically giving seniors a choice. 15 seconds.
That's right. And again, I'd like to emphasize this is a good plan that's worked for federal employees and for members of Congress, but the alternative is bankruptcy.
Thank you very much, sir. And of course, thank you for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time.